And welcome to another California Guy video with your boy California Guy. What's up, everybody? And welcome to this video. This video is entitled, oh, it's a follow up video to the show I was on of LA Real Game Radio. And you guys check it out with me making comments on there about working in modern day slavery of the sponsor John Smith and other people that was on the show. And I really wanted to say this point of view. Now, I don't know, and I'm not disputing this because I'm about to do some research. I have never heard of a job where employees make more money than the managers. I've never heard of it. Um, Usually, as a rule, employees are put in place to help deliver a product. That's a part of working that's part of working a job. You're helping to deliver a product, whether it's working for whether it's working at McDonald's, whether it's working as a plumber, whether it's working as a garbage man. You always have different parts of management. Now, I really couldn't say this on the show, but I'm gonna say it. Whenever you work a job, any job, you have different positions. You have your manager. Sometimes you have a couple of managers. Sometimes you have human resources. Now, me myself, I am a boss. Believe it or not, I just don't want to put too much to emphasis into this. But I will say this: being a person who has worked for human resources, worked as a general manager, and have worked different manager jobs, and I've been a part and have family members that's own businesses. Um, Sometimes you will make a little bit more money than the employer, but your work is a little easier. Yes, you may be tasked with some things, but you don't work as hard as an employee because what's the point of hiring an employee if I make sense? What's the point of hiring an employee if the work is going to be and me being a manager is going to be harder work? So that's if I make sense. So the thing about and you do be a slave when you do work. When you work for people, you become slave. In fact, basketball players that work for the NBA is slaves, believe it or not, because the people who own an NBA team, they're making more money, generating billions of dollars off of the players that are playing basketball. That's just fact. CEOs make way more money. CEOs are upper bosses. So you got different levels of management because again, like I said on the show, there will not be it won't be no such thing as millionaires in this country or wealthy people. Not people that win money per se, but people who are entrepreneurs and start their businesses up from ground up. So I personally, and I'm not disputing the brother that was on the radio show either. He says the job he works for, uh, he makes more money than his bosses. I've never really heard of those kind of jobs before, but if anybody has the jobs, you can put it in my inbox or put it on a comment section. But I know I've been working ever since I was 12 years old, and I've never known of an employee to make more money than the boss. Employees, you're a slave. In fact, white supremacy and United States supremacy wants people to be drones. And it's like bees. Bees are drones. You have bees that do all the work, and you have the queen bee. Queen bee, they make all the honey in a honeycomb. And so you we tend to as workers we work to not be at the same position because you want to make more money. Now sometimes we switch jobs. We switch jobs to have make more money. So sometimes if one job is not making a certain amount of money, then we go to another job that makes more money. That's fact. So we as black people got to understand that I what's the words? We have to understand that about the economy and making a living in the United States. And nobody understands that. They got people put in place. If people made more money than their bosses, then we all would be millionaires. Not all of us would be millionaires. All of us would be well off. So I just don't believe that. But you are a slave when you do work, you're a slave. You're a slave for white bosses and fat cats. And while you're making pennies, they're making dozens of making more money. So I'm one of the people that believe in self reliance and entrepreneurship. I think that black people should go into more entrepreneurship programs so that they can make more money, whether it's small business or big business. I think that we need to start investing in that instead of always working and you have to kiss the white man's ass at your job. Now, me personally, I don't have to kiss nobody's butt because I'm a boss. So people kiss my butt, believe it or not. So I don't have to do none of that stuff. But other people do, and I feel sorry for them that they have to kiss butt. And that's people are wrong when they say because I again I'm a boss, and I don't have to do that kind of work at the job I'm at. I really don't. I just actually I sit around and I be on Facebook and do what I want to do on my job. You know, as long as people and I'm cool with my the employees that's under me too. I'm very cool with them. I'm not no asshole and nothing like that, like Mr. Spacely. So I'm actually very cool with the employers that work under me. So we all got a little friendship going on. But at the end of the day, I make more money than they do. So that's a myth right there that you know, and it's a part of striving for the best. When you're making a low wage and you keep climbing up the ladder, that's called uh, moving up in life. Whether you get another position or you become a boss. So I agree with LA on this. You do work for white supremacy when you're an employee. When you work for somebody, you are a slave, and they practice that. We black people have said that for decades. You become a slave. Look at the maids and the Pullman porters, and all the people that had to do shit jobs. Our people had to do shit jobs. Black people had to do low income, just low paying jobs for years, caddies and bartending and all that shit cooks because they were slaves. And even in modern day, you become a slave when you work for somebody else. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Peace out, people.